Qatar hosts Arabic Islamic Emergency Summit. Who said what? An emergency summit of Arab and Muslim countries held in Doha has declared its solidarity with Qatar and condemned Israel's bombing of the Qatari capital last week. The extraordinary joint session between the Arab League and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation gathered nearly 60 member states on Monday. Leaders said the meeting marked a critical moment to deliver a united message following what they described as an unprecedented escalation by Israel. The Israeli attack targeted senior Hamas leaders who were meeting to discuss a United States-backed ceasefire proposal. At least 6 people were killed in the unprecedented attack, which has drawn condemnation from around the world, including Arab and Muslim countries. My country's capital was subjected to a treacherous attack targeting a residence housing facility, housing the families of Hamas leaders and their negotiated delegation, Qatari Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani said in his opening speech.
Damn.
Sheikh Tamim added that Israel was not interested in ending the war in Gaza, as it is trying to thwart the negotiations. If you wish to insist on the liberation of hostages, why do you then assassinate all negotiators? How can we host in our country negotiating delegations from Israel while they send drones and planes for an air raid against our country? Qatar's emir added that Netanyahu's dream of Arab region becoming an Israeli sphere of influence. This is a dangerous illusion, he said. The negotiations between Israel and Hamas were about to reach an achievement with the help of a sisterly country of Egypt and the United States of America. This has resulted in the liberation of many hostages. Israel continues its intrinsic and insistence on continuing the war, he said. We're dealing with a terrorist mindset that thwarts chaos and bloodshed embodied in a state, the mindset which openly violates the UN Charter and challenges the rules-based international system. Survives because its crimes go unpunished, Turkish President Erdogan said. So this is a serious situation. I think that
it's just a serious. I mean, what he said right there, am I about to cut you off? Their crimes go unpunished. They're committing international. They're breaking international laws. They're breaking humanitarian laws, and there's nothing nobody's doing. They're going to have to do something about it. Them bombing Qatar was a horrible thing to do. They should have never done that. And then I don't know if somebody came out. I don't know if it's real or not, but they said they looked at the U.S. and like, you're going to have to make it. Qatar said you're going to have to make a choice. Either you're going to ride on them with us for this, or we're just going to cut you off.
I mean, basically, from what I've heard from Qatar, they were more like trying to toe around the line. Like, did America have something to do with this or not? So we can't say, you know what I mean, this, that, and third, because there's a base. We have a major, our major base in the Middle East is in Qatar. You know what I mean? It's not too far away. So everyone's saying the United States has something to do with this because we would know if anything enters that airspace because we have a military base there. So we would know. On top of that, they're saying that, I mean, those drones had to fly through other people's airspace as well. Saudi Arabia, other countries, Syria, airspace to get to Qatar. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people who are very much like these other countries knew this was going on. So it's a kind of a slippery slope right now. But Saudi Arabia has come out and said that they're going to back Qatar. They just made a peace agreement. They just made a defense pact with Pakistan. Pakistan's a nuclear nation right now. They got nuclear weapons. I think that they're getting in that mindset. You know what? We don't have nukes. If we try to go get nukes, people, what are they going to do to us? They're going to probably come after us next. So why not align ourselves with a nuclear capable country right now? So if something does happen, they can't threaten us with nukes. So that's a smart move to make. I just feel like right now, if these countries, that we're not going to help. We're not going to do anything to stop this. So if these countries in the Middle East, the Arab nations, and as well as other Middle Eastern countries don't kind of come together to fight against this is like bombing New York City, man. Qatar is a nice country. I know a lot of people want to act like the Middle East is just ran down. They're one of the most wealthy countries in the world. Their currency is worth more than ours. They're basic, like, you know, their per capita income is greater than the United States per person. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a poor country that they just, this is some Yemen or something. No, it's not. This is, you know, I mean, Doha is a beautiful capital. For them to have done this is huge. And they told him, hey, we'll do it again with impunity. Yeah, wherever these people are, we'll do it.
What are you going to do
Donald Trump? Yeah, Trump comes out and says, they're not going to bomb Qatar again. Well, they allegedly didn't tell you the 10 minutes after they did it, bro. So what do they even care about you? You're basically Epstein to them. They can just say Epstein's name in your ear, and you're gonna, you know what I mean? It's like Beetlejuice, Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. They can say it to you. You're gonna, you know, you'll run away pretty much. That's what this basically boils down to, man.
Another somebody else that was from Israel, and he came out. He's like, he's part of IDF. He's like, yeah, we do have the videos of Donald Trump sleeping with young women. He's like, he's our asset. You know what I'm saying? Like they have it, and Russia has it because he's not tough on either one of them.
At all.
The thing with Israel, it's like I think they've just stretched themselves so far that in a minute, you know, all the countries I mean, America can't fight everyone. We could try, but we can't fight everyone, especially if we're going to try to start a war in Venezuela, which you've already started. You done blew up 2 boats without even checking for drugs on them. Because I mean, honestly, if they wanted to do it, the American ships could have surrounded those boats, stopped them, pulled the people off, and then showed, look, hey, they're traveling, they're bringing drugs on these boats.
Could have sent out like the little swift boats or something. Could have sent out little small, you know what I mean, and to stop these guys. There's been no issue to do it. Put some helicopters in the air around them. They're not going anywhere. You're stopping that easy. They don't want to do that. He wants to invade Venezuela, man. We're about to be in several fronts wars. That's just my personal opinion, man. I think it's going to happen soon.
I just hope one of those videos just gets released so we can get rid of him. I mean, he's not going to leave. He'd be like, and what? What are you going to do to make me leave?
They can't release those videos. They can't release those videos. If they do that, then they've lost everything. It's over. Then they pretty much don't have him anymore as an asset anymore. They need to lord these over him and let him keep making money, let him keep siphoning money out of the system the way he is, and allow him to just, you know.
Wes, even if the videos came out, he ain't leaving. He'd be like, and what? What you gonna do about it?
I think it would just be a lot more like people against him at that point in time. He'd lose. I mean, he'd lose a lot of his rank and file in the House. He'd lose a lot of his rank and file in the Senate, and he would really have to fight. He'd have to fight.
He has the power of a king. He don't need him.
But I just think it would be a lot more difficult. I hear what you're saying, but I think people would kind of look at him a lot differently. And if they have videos, like literal videos of this grown man messing with, I mean, he's gonna lose he's gonna keep his most staunch supporters. He's gonna keep those guys. Because you saw what happened when they wouldn't release the Epstein files, how far it went. You know, he's lost a lot of people from his base. He lost them.
He's lost a lot of people from his base there. I mean, I've seen videos of they're interviewing people from rural places. I mean, him just crushing the farmers right now.
Yeah.
Saying like they said, soybeans, what is China bought like 78% of our soybeans.
They said they spent over I think it was like $15 billion last year, and they bought $15 billion worth of soybeans last year. And
they bought zero.
They bought zero this year. This year so far, $0 in soybeans.
And they're not waiting for anything to get fixed. They done found other places to buy their soybeans. So that business isn't coming back
at all. They said that even if they got 100% of all the other soybean business that were out there, it would not even cover half of what China normally buys. So it doesn't, it's not like we can go find new markets to sell these soybeans. China's put infrastructure into Brazil and into Africa to grow new soybeans so to replace our market in general. This is what idiocy does. This is what a person who does not really understand business, what he does. This is his base. He's crushed them. These guys, there's been more farmer suicides, unalivings, I should say, of themselves since all this has happened. A lot of it's been the numbers have spiked through the roof.
4 or 5 generation old farmers. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand, like America and our trade stuff, it's a delicate balance. We trade with our enemies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We trade with everyone. And the reason we do that is because there's things that they have that we need and things we have that they need. You know what I'm saying? And when you try to muscle everybody, they're like, look, we'll just go somewhere else and get it, bro. You're not the end all be all. We don't really export a lot of stuff out of America. Soybeans is one. Gooey ducks is one. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's buying our cars. You know what I'm saying? The biggest export I think out of here is music.
I think that 40% we're the second largest exporter in the world. We do export things, but we're not. But when you lose, we're 40%. We make 40% more food than what we need. So that's a huge export for us. We're able to do that. But there's a lot of other places they can go to get this stuff from. This is just a way for them to kind of keep trade balance with us. But if we keep on pushing everybody, eventually, you know what's going to happen? They're going to leave. They're not going to, you know what? We're not going to do business with you anymore. We don't care. We can turn you into a pariah. You know what I mean? And that's what we're going to end up becoming.
Yeah. And think about it. It's like these, but like you said, that trade's not coming back. They're going to find other things. No one's going to suffer because, you know what I'm saying, our leaders want to try to muscle everybody. You can muscle people in America, but you can't muscle other countries. Look at India. They're like, all right, cool. Take your little call centers back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's going to cost us. We'll keep doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We can find business everywhere else, and so it's just bad business going on right now, and it's all for the sake of Israel. Last one before we head out.